Peace and balance, Scorpio, and welcome to your January 2021 reading. So this reading is going to be for all of my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Pluto. So if your Scorpio lands in any of this placement, then this reading is going to be for you. Now I'm going to start off with your love reading, then I'm going to start off with your personal reading, then I'm going to head up into your love and business reading. I'm back. We got the 12, which is expectations. Then we got the 14, which is thorns. 29, fist. Now the 12th card says, expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. The thorn says, weave together the crown you deserve. And then the fist said, slow down and celebrate yourself. Okay, so with the number 12, right? 12 has 1 and 2 in it. 1 represents individuality and seclusion. 2 represents somebody else, mirroring dualities or something else, right? And together 1 and 2 represent 3, which has to do with the surrounding and the environment, right? Now, you are either expecting something from somebody, or somebody is expecting something from you, and it's somebody that's in your environment. You know, you may have somebody's expecting you to act a certain way or to do something that you said you were going to do, or you expect somebody to do something that they said they were going to do, or you know, that you asked them to do, you know. Or there may be somebody in your environment whom you have in high regard that the approval matters a lot to you. You know, if it is somebody that, like, if you ask them something and they say no, you're going to follow through. You know, I mean, you're not going to follow through with what you wanted to do. You know, like they have to agree with it. You know, or they, like, you feel as though you had to ask for the approval. You know, before you jump into doing anything, you know. So you're basically living your life for somebody else, or you're basically living somebody else's life, you know. I'm getting heavy, like, on the protection. Like, you have protection around you, like you have spirit guides that's been trying to push through to be more connected to you, so you can start to see more of who you are, but you haven't allowed them to do that, or you haven't allowed that to happen because you are focusing too much on what somebody else think or says. It's like a childlike energy, you know, constantly depending on somebody else, you know. A motherly type of energy, or fatherly type of energy that's always telling the child what to do or what they can do. But like, you're an adult, you're not a child anymore. You need to take your life into your own hands. You need to stop allowing other people to create your future. Take your life into your own hands. You don't need to seek anybody's approval. You have your right as a human being, as an existent energy, to make the choices you need to make, because you do have choices. So everything that you do, you decide to do it. You know, you have the choice to do whatever it is that you wish to do, good or bad, and that's just the truth. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can decide to go and jump off a cliff right now. That's your choice. You can decide to sit at home and not do shit with your life. That's your choice. But at the end of the day, you're the one making the choice. You know, to allow somebody else to do to tell you what you need to do in your life or what is best for you. You know? So you need to be aware of that and know that you're not gonna go far doing that. You're not gonna go far, you know. And that's for some of you guys. Like somebody it's like you've been doing that for so long that now somebody's expecting you to just do that all the time. And the moment you don't do that, you become the bad person. On the moment they don't do that, they become the bad person. You know? So I'm getting like you really don't need to seek anybody's approval. You need to stop having expectations of others or certain things going out a certain way, and then when it doesn't happen the way you want it to, you complain, you know, or you feel some type of way. Because how will you I'm getting a sense of like, what were you thinking or what were you feeling, you know, while taking that action that you took, you know? And you're getting another energy of you. It's like change is coming into your space. You're going through some kind of change. And you may be to focus on the feeling of something that you're not seeing the change that's coming to your space, you know? Because you're focusing on something else that's taking your feelings, you know, and emotions. And you're not seeing this change that's in front of you. You just need to open your eyes and see everything that's around you. Witness everything that's around you. And you will witness something that you've never seen before. That you never really paid attention before. That's always been right there all along. It's always been right there. You never paid attention to it. And it's that very thing that's going to help you with something, you know? Feel like you guys are maybe in your own space, you know, because she's wearing black. Black represent, you know, being hidden, you know, or, you know, feminine energy, or being in the dark about something. Maybe some of you guys may be in the dark about something environment, or, you know, you may be secluded, or you may want your own space, or you may need your own space, or you may be in your own world, you know. You may have created your own world that you feel comfortable at. Every time something doesn't go the way you want it to, you go in that world and you just allow yourself to just live there and just stay there for a little bit before you put yourself back out there, you know? And that is very okay. Taking that time to yourself, you know, to smell the roses, to just relax and just enjoy the moment, you know? And then with the thorns, that's number 14, right? And with the number 14, we have 1, which is individuality. One can also be selfish energy, but individuality, seclusion, and then 4 represent the thoughts, right? So you may have individual thoughts. You may be your thoughts may be very secluded or than others. Like it may be different than other people's thoughts. And 14 is number 5 altogether, and 5 represent feelings and emotion, right? So you may be in your feelings about that, you know. Maybe you feel as though like you have such unique thoughts that you're not able to click well with other people, You know, it may be hard for you to connect with other people because of your thoughts and just how different you are, you know, how different you feel talking to other people or being around other people. You know, you may feel shut off, you may feel in the dark, you know, or you may be in this space like you're seeing other people around you having all these colors, because she's the only one standing up in the dark, just observing these other people with colors and making the crown, you know, creating the reality, being happy, you know. And you just looking at them, observing them, just, you know, I don't know how she's feeling in this picture, but she is like indulging in what other people have going on for themselves, you know, and the crown and the things that they're building for themselves. And it's like, you're just gonna keep looking, or are you gonna start building and doing? Are you gonna keep being in the dark or putting yourself in the dark, feeling pity for yourself, or are you gonna put yourself out there and actually make something happen for yourself and actually create the happiness that you want for yourself? You know, you can't keep looking at other people and wishing to be in the position when you don't know what it took for them to be in that position. You create your own way. You make your own wave, you know? You go in your own flow, you know? Making your own beat, making your own movement, your own motions, creating your own outcome, your own reactions, you know? Creating your own reality. You are a queen, just like so many queens out here. That you are a king, just like so many kings out here. But what sets you off from being a different king is what you do with yourself, what you do in your kingdom, what you do in your queendom, how you manage your situations, how you go about things is what sets you different from others. You know, that may carry the same title. So start focusing on what you need to do. Be the unique person, the creative person, the amazing person that you are, and express that. Unapologetically, no matter what. No matter if you feel or you think is not better than the other one, it doesn't fucking matter, because you are your own individual and you create your own reality. You create your own outcome, your own reaction to things. You can't control other people. You can't control anything outside of you. You can only influence. You can only control yourself and your actions and reactions to things. So stop paying attention to yourself and stop focusing so much on other people or other things. That it's okay to find inspiration from others, but it's not okay to overindulge and forget about making things happen for yourself. Because that's what it took for them to be where they at. That's what it takes to be anywhere. And that's how it's always been. So it's up to you to make that change. You always have the ability. You always have the ability to change. You always have the ability to make something different, because you have choices. And all choices that you make have some kind of outcome. But you do have choices. And you need to start utilizing them well. And doing something with yourself. Because your time is running. Even though you're not going anywhere and you have this idea of going somewhere, but your time is running regardless. Regarding your experience that you're having right now. Regarding you being in this reality. So use your time well. Use everything that you have available to you to create the reality that you wish to be in. You know? So that's what I'm getting with that card. And then we have 29. You know, feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. 2, representing somebody else, mirroring duality, something else. 9, representing experience, knowledge, and alignment. So somebody is going to come into your space that's going to bring you about alignment and knowledge about something. You're going to become enlightened about something that you haven't been doing or you've been doing in your life. And whatever you're going to be enlightened about has to do with you having to slow down, look at everything that's going on. Look at yourself. Look at where you at. Be honest with yourself and act accordingly based on what you realize, based on what you become enlightened about, based on what you're perceiving, you know? But slow down. Stop rushing. Stop trying to go so fast and trying to be ahead. Where are you going? Like, seriously, where are you going? Take the time. Take your time. And do it well. So you don't have to go back on it. Take that time. It's better for things to start slow and speed up at some point because of the amount of time and effort that you put into making sure things are a certain way, or you got the bigger, the full information that you needed, instead of you rushing and disregarding certain things and starting to see certain result, and then those results start to fade away because of some things you've missed. So take that time to do your research, whatever you need to do, or do whatever it is, but take that time. I don't know in what you may have going on, which area of your life you may be trying to go fast at, whether it be your love, your business, whatever it is, but slow down. All right, slow down. Take what you can handle. Don't just see all these fruits and goodies and just keep eating and taking more than you can handle, or taking more than you need to. Save some for next time, if that applies. But slow down. And then we have celebrate yourself. Celebrate your accomplishment. Celebrate your existence. You know how religious people pray to deities? Those deities are energies, people. Do that to yourself. Celebrate yourself. Worship yourself. Enlighten yourself. Elevate yourself. Empower yourself. Because you are the God of your reality. And the more empowered you become, the more confident you become, the more unstoppable you become. Knowing that you are energy, you are beyond energy, and you can never experience death. You can never experience life. You are just truly existing. And you can choose to look at things however you want. You want to look at this thing as life? You do that. You want to look at this thing as death? You do that. But that's you. But you are existing. Nonetheless, you are existing. You can choose to call it whatever other people have told you to call this, wherever you at, whatever you're doing. Or you can choose to look at it how you choose to. But you are truly existing nonetheless, as I said. So celebrate yourself. Celebrate your accomplishment. Celebrate how far you've come. Be grateful, be thankful to yourself. Because you manifested everything. The people, the things, the places. You manifested it. Because you're a manifester. You are a producer. You are a giver. You are a creator. Remember who you are, so you can know where you are and what you're doing. So that's what I got for your reading. That was a deep one. Damn, that was a deep reading. Shit. All right, I'm gonna jump into your love reading. Okay, going to use this card with my heart rock that I found at a river one day. This rock shaped out of a heart. Out of a heart. All right, Scorpio love reading. Damn. Again, with that's slowing down. When it comes to love, it's like you're trying to speed up something. You're trying to go fast. Or you may be indecisive about something. Okay, it's a lot of cards that came out. Damn, it's a lot of cards. Guess you got a lot going on in your love, huh? Your low life. Your low life. I know it's not like low life, but low life. Oh, maybe some of you guys may keep low. You guys may not want to deal with love right now. It's a bit overwhelming. All right. Six cards. Joining up to energy to create something. But six also represents attention. This needs your attention. You need to put more attention into your love life. You need to pay more attention to your love. Matters. See what you're missing. Alright, so we got surrender. New blueprint. Evolution. Solar plexus. Awaken awareness. And water, of course. Ooh. Got my notes out here. Don't want it falling. Surrender card. Surrender. Before I even jump into the numerology meaning, surrender already. This already let me know you need to become lighter. You need to surrender to whatever you're holding on to that you believe is true, that you keep telling yourself to keep you from giving things a chance. You need to surrender to your past, surrender to your unhealthy habits. Is that am I even saying that right? Surrender to your past. But surrender to love. You know? Stop trying to fight love. Some of you guys may be fighting love. Some of you guys may be fighting love. Every time love comes, you give yourself an excuse. Or you psych yourself up and you actually make choices you know you shouldn't, because subconsciously you know it's going to push you away from love. Because we may be our own enemy when it comes to love. Because we've been so hurt, and because we're not this body, spiritually or subconsciously, we may have created a certain system, certain thing, a certain shield that no matter what we may do, what we may think, we may consciously think, oh, we want love and we want this, and then subconsciously we get attracted to certain people that we know are not gonna give us what we want, are not gonna be no good for us. You know, but we may not be aware of. We may think of, oh no, I don't want to talk to them, because we may give ourselves excuses and, miss the signs, not pay attention to the signs. Yeah, just like I said, right? Not paying attention to it and just putting ourselves in them, and then putting ourselves out there, being honest, being ourselves, and then getting hurt, and then we wonder why. We didn't look at what was already in front of us, you know? If somebody you meet, I don't know, I'm talking about somebody right now, but if you meet somebody and they immediately start talking about sex, immediately start talking about hooking up, they immediately trying to be like all like flirtatious and, you know, stuff like that, being sexual, a lot of sexual energy or whatnot, and they're not trying to get to know you as an individual, see where your mind at, see about your goal, your aspiration, you know, see about, you know, just you as an individual, and you missing those signs. You're just like, oh no, that'll come eventually, right? And the moment, whether you give them that or not, now that you may give them that now that may be the only thing that they want it from you, and that's the only thing that they're getting. And now you wonder why, oh, they can't open up, or oh, they can't express certain things, oh, they don't want to hear about certain things about you, they're not interested in certain things and now you start complaining and you start blaming them when you're the one who made the choice to get with them. You know, you just missed the signs you chose not to see. So surrender to love. Become consciously aware of your subconscious barriers and subconscious trap that you put yourself, you built, you know, like to keep you away from experiencing love. And it's just feeding that aspect of you, you know, that feeds off pain, feeds off your pain, feeds off your suffering, you know. You will know that because if you're constantly feeling pain or unworthiness, unsatisfaction, you know, in a certain area of your life, because there's an aspect of you that's feeding off of that, and it keeps creating scenarios to make that happen, to where as though it keeps feeding itself. And it's not until you find that aspect of you and you have a talk with that aspect of you, or you release that aspect of you, that you will open the door into experiencing better things when it comes to whatever it is. But as long as you keep allowing that aspect of you to keep feeding off your pain, feeding off certain things and creating certain scenarios, you will stay where you at. And you will keep manifesting the same thing over and over and over and over and over again until you learn your lesson or until you do something different. No matter how hard you may not want to look at that thing differently, you have to. It's for your own good. It doesn't matter what you've been psyching yourself up. It doesn't matter what. You have to be willing to let go of that perception, let go of that thought, let go of that thing that hasn't been serving you, that hasn't been helping you, and keep putting you in this space, and you wonder why. You deserve that. Why it keeps happening? It's because you're allowing it. You are powerful. You create your reality. You allow things. Things don't just happen out of nowhere. There has to be some kind of allowance, even on a subconscious level. So become aware and know what is going on so you can make the change. And the change doesn't happen just overnight. It takes time. But the amount of time it takes depends entirely up to you. Because you can do one thing that can speed up something, and you can do another that can slow it down until you reach that space. Either way, it's your actions that makes it happen. The system you use that makes it happen. However it happens. So that's that with that card. And then we have 4, the 8, 4 representing thoughts and 8 representing time. So you're putting a lot of time into your thoughts. You're thinking about something a lot, right? And then we have 48, that's what, 12? Yeah, 12, that's individuality and somebody else. So you're spending a lot of time thinking about yourself, where you see yourself, what you want for yourself, or somebody else, or something else that you want, or something in your environment. But you spend a lot of time into doing that, you know, in your thoughts about things. And then we have 38, new blueprint, meaning start to create something. You know, if you had an old schedule that you've been doing, hasn't been working out, you haven't seen consistency into that, create a new schedule. You know, change certain things, because it may be certain things you keep doing over and over and over again that keeps creating the same the same outcome during your day. You know, so create a new schedule. Create a new schedule, and it's gonna really help you. Like, tell yourself maybe you want to wake up, drink some water, take exercise, shower, and then like whatever else happen, you know, happen, you know, like during that day. But you create that schedule that's different from what you're doing right now, because whatever you're doing right now is not really helping you as much. Is it now? That's if it is not helping you, you know. But create a new blueprint, create a new schedule is what I got with that card. And then we have 38, 3 representing your environment, your surrounding, and then 8, a lot of time. You're putting a lot of time into your surrounding. And 38, that's like 11. So you're putting a lot of time into your individuality and somebody else's individuality. Into your own timing, your own thing and somebody else's thing. You know, you're putting a lot of time into that in your environment. Or in your environment, you have a lot of time to do that. To focus on your individuality and somebody else's, and then coming together and creating something with that or whatever, right? But it's some kind of change coming to. And I'm getting like you have your spirit guides around you. You have a lot of support around you. And it's like a lot of things being created to bring about this change, and you're gonna bring about this change. I'm also getting some kind of vulnerability. You having to cry, you having to release certain things in order for you to bring about this change, and in order for you to tap into your powers, right? And then we have evolution, right? Evolution, creation, advancement, change. You may be taking part into a big change, or you're going to bring about a certain change, or you're going to be creating something that's going to have an impact in society, that's going to move things forward, something that's been different, that's going to be part of the new system taking place, right? But it's not until you actually start tapping into yourself and your gift, and stop being afraid of your gift and putting yourself out there. It's not until you tap into your emotion, you tap into that aspect of you, excuse me, until you tap into a certain aspect of you, that you're gonna be playing a big part into that huge change, you know, and that huge evolution, you know. Or you may be going through some kind of expansion, cells evolution, you know, becoming more aware of certain things, right? If you were already psychic, your psychic abilities are being heightened. If you were already whatever you're good at, it's like something is being heightened in your life. Something is evolving. And then we have 24, 2. Also with this card, may kind of signify pregnancy. So watch out. Some of you guys may get pregnant right now. Some of you guys may be in the way of getting pregnant, or have the ability of being pregnant, or you are pregnant, however, or you gave birth. You recently gave birth. And then we got 24, 2, somebody else or something else, and then 4 representing thoughts. So somebody else is in your thoughts, or you in somebody else's thoughts. You know, somebody is thinking about you, or you thinking about somebody a lot, or something a lot, you know. And then 24, that's six represent the joining of two energy to create something. Again, some of you guys may come together with somebody and create a baby, or you may come together with somebody and create a new business, or you know, just coming together with something to create something bigger. And then 6 represent also attention at certain stage, so you may get a lot of attention for this, or you may have a lot of attention from somebody, or somebody's giving you a lot of attention, or you may want to attention from somebody. Who knows? And then we got the 4 solar plexus. So you would, because I'm a Scorpio too, being called to focus on the solar plexus. It's the yellow color. Yellow represent happiness and expression. Being called to be seen for something, be witness for something. Like, because here it says radiant illumination, something being illuminated, something being seen by others, or you seeing something. I'm getting more something being seen by others. You have to be seen for something, you have to be known for something, you know. Or you need to heal your solar plexus, you know, do some healing work around your solar plexus. You can, I believe there's tons of things available out there. You know, look it up and find whatever you're most attracted to that will help you work on your solar plexus, whether it be a mantra or certain exercises, certain food that you need, you can eat, that will help into releasing any stagnation in that space, or whatever maybe, right? But being called to put a lot of focus into our solar plexuses. And then 4 represent thoughts, so it's something we have to put a lot of thoughts into. And I have 17, awakened awareness. Awakened awareness, you becoming aware of something, you seeing something that weren't there before. It's like you're gonna start to see something that you've been missing. Maybe you weren't able to see something clearly, or you thought something was one way but it was actually another, and you start to seeing it for what it is. You start to gain more clarity when it comes to somebody or yourself. But I'm getting is the number 17 here, and 17 represent not 17, 1 represent individuality, and 7 represent messages. Either you pushing out, giving messages to somebody, or somebody giving you a message, or somebody sending you a message, like an important text, or you waiting on somebody's text, or somebody's waiting on your text or a message, you know, or you need to say something to somebody, or somebody needs to say something to you. But 17 is number 8, which has to do with time, so putting a lot of time into that, putting a lot of time into see whether you should send that text, putting a lot of time into seeing if you should say that to that person, you know, or not. But you're putting a lot of time into that, being indecisive. I'm getting regarding something. I'm getting like a little stubbornness to actually do something, like because of your ego. Your ego is kind of in the way of you making a certain action, because you feel like if you do, then you're gonna be left vulnerable. You're gonna be it's like an ego thing, like, oh, if I do this, then, or if I text this person, now they're gonna think I'm all over them, so I'm not going to. I'm waiting for them to text me, you know, that type of energy. I can't read. I'm the wrong person to say anything about that, because I'm guilty of this. But what I will say, and what is coming to me right now, is that if you really want something, you will go for it. And if you really want clarity when it comes to something, you actually put yourself in that vulnerable space so you can gain that clarity. You know, it's best to be aware than to be unaware, and you know, constantly guessing or wishing or thinking, you know, of you doing that, or you making, or you knowing something, you know, like constantly wondering, you know, is you to be actually aware, you know. So go through that little vulnerable moment and gain more clarity on something, so it will allow you to actually know what to do next, you know, because until you make that choice or you take that action, you wouldn't know what to do next. You will keep wondering and you keep being frustrated, and you don't want to be like me. Okay, so you do what is right, okay, and I'm gonna try, but you do what is right. But yeah, like that's what I got with that card. And then the 12, water, right? Water has to do with emotion. This is your element, right? The overflow. You have a lot of emotion. You overflowing of emotion. I'm getting you overflowing of love. You have a lot of love that you want to give out, you know. You have a lot of emotion, feelings about something. And it's 12, right? 12, 12, 12. 1 representing individuality, 2 representing somebody else, right? And 12, that's number 3, your environment. So your individuality, or you as a person, or what am I saying? You, somebody else in your environment is putting you in this feeling. You feel abundant. You feel like you have a lot. You're being given a lot. That's what I'm getting. Because you see, like, she has like how many arms? She has 8 arms. And all of those 8 arms, 8 represent time, right? Has something flowing through it, right? It's just you're in this space of being giving, like you're giving, and you're being given, and you're giving. It's like this energy exchange, and you're just overflowing, and things are flowing through you, and you're just letting things flow out of you, and it's just it's just that exchange going on, you know, and that feeling, you know. It's like you're in this space of just wanting to give, so you keep receiving, and the more you keep receiving, the more you're in this space of just giving, you know. That's what I got. Maybe you want to give to somebody. Somebody want to give to you. Either way, you're in this space of being given, or you having to be in this space of being given if you want to receive. But don't just give because you expect to receive. That's different. Give because you, in your heart, you truly want to give. Like in my heart, I truly want to do this reading so I can help somebody out there, you know. Because I know that, you know, like growing up, going through certain things, not having as much support as I needed to, I know the amount of change you can have when you have somebody give you some kind of advice, you know, regarding something, whether you're going to take it or not. Just somebody giving you some kind of advice in a love, you know, from a place of love, you know, and care and understanding and truth, you know, and not be abusive about it or looking down on you about it, but just being pure and loving, you know, and just being there for you and giving you some kind of advice. That alone can help you so much, because you have the ability to take that advice and do something different that can help you in that situation, compared to if you were just going through it by yourself and feeling alone, you know, because I know how that feels like. So I'm in this space of just giving, wanting to give out, wanting to help out, because I know how that feels like to have that in your life, you know. So being that space of just giving out, it doesn't matter, don't have no expectation, you know. You have to have pure intention and good intention when you do something, you know, and don't just give to because you expect somebody to receive. Or I'm just giving, I'm just doing this reading expecting people to comment on my videos and like my videos and share my videos, and like me and, you know, do whatever. No, like, it doesn't come first for me. Like, that comes last. What comes first is just me giving this message out there, knowing that I help somebody out there. You know, whether they're gonna take my advice or not, at least I know that I put that message out there. I did my part, you know, and the rest comes after, you know, whatever that is. So you always want to be in that space of just giving because you want to give, and knowing that you don't have to give. You always have the choice to just go by your business, go by your life, do whatever you want to do, you know. You have that choice, but just know what your intentions are while doing whatever, you know, or making that choice. So yeah, that's that for your love reading. I'm gonna jump into your business reading. Damn, it's like your reading is so deep, man. Our reading is deep, because I'm a Scorpio too. Pretty deep. Okay, business reading. You must have somebody important in your life, because these two keep coming out. The number 2 popped out in all of your readings. So you may have somebody important in your life, somebody you look up to. Or something hidden too. It's something hiding. It's something, because this card was stuck together, and it took me it wasn't too hard for me to slice it off, but it was a little bit, you know. So something may come into your space, may appear a certain way, but it's something different behind, you know. But it will be revealed to you. You reveal it to yourself. You're gonna see it. It's gonna come, and then you're gonna see it. So this is associated with this. All right, I'm just gonna leave that there. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, and we have the Star, but behind the Star we have the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords was behind the Star, so that tells me a lot already. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles, right? 7 of Pentacles, you working on something, and you making it grow, you know. It's like you're putting a lot of time into sowing, making sure that your seeds is sowing right, you know. You're giving it care, you know. 7 represent message, so you're giving a message, or somebody giving you a message. Or you may receive a message while doing something, while working on something. You may receive some kind of epiphany, right? But it's something that you're working on, whether it's your business or a job, whatever it is, you're putting a lot of time into it. You're giving it a lot of your attention, and it's actually growing, you know. It's growing. It's expanding on both sides. So that's good. Yeah, you're very focused on your, you know, making things grow, you know, as for your business. And then the 2 of Cups, we have somebody else coming to your space, and you guys filling each other cup. So is this like exchange of energy, this fair exchange that's going on with this other person, right? So yeah, that's all I'm getting. And then there's a ring, meaning an alliance. This is business though. So you may be setting some kind of alliance with a company, you know. If you are in a corporation, you may form an alliance with another corporation into working together, into making bigger things happen, right? Or this is your confirmation to make that alliance if you've been considering making an alliance with somebody when it comes to business, right? A give and take, fair exchange. It's like a win-win type of thing. Everybody's benefiting, right? And then the Three of Swords, right? The Three of Swords is your heart. Your heart, maybe in a way, some things. Your heart is going through some kind of repair, but your heart is also keeping you stuck. I'm feeling some of you guys may have a lot of, it's like your strings are going different direction, are connected to some different people, and you're suffering at the end. And you keep fracturing it because you keep getting, okay, some of you guys keep getting involved with different people, liking different people, and you know your heart is being pulled that way, being pulled that way, being pulled this way, and you pulling your own heart because at some point you're like, damn, okay, I'm tired of experiencing that, you know, or experiencing this person and they're not really giving me what I want. And now you were like, okay, now I'm tired, I want my heart to myself. But you already did the connection. Just because you don't want to go through it anymore doesn't mean other people don't want to too, you know. So they're gonna keep pulling, and you're gonna have to actually cut the card if you want to gain back full access of your heart, you know. And then 3 represents surrounding or environment. There may be a lot of things taking your attention in your environment. That's with your passion, you know. You may be passionate about a lot of different things. Something like that. But it's like some of them are things that will not bear you any fruits. Some of the things you may be putting time into, you may value, are not helping you experience. It's not helping you. It's not bringing you fruits. It's dry. All around you is dry. I mean, you can see certain things because you see these 2 cards right here is connected to that tree that's dry. So maybe two things you're doing, or certain things you're doing are not gonna, it's not gonna give you any life. It's not gonna give you anything. You're not gonna gain anything out of it, you know. But there are other things that I'm not able to see here that you're also doing that has a possibility, you know, because it's unseen. I don't see no dry land. I don't see anything where those cords are going. I don't see. So therefore, there's a possibility of it working out or bearing your fruits. Those are the things you're working on. Whatever it is that you're working on that are not giving you any fruit, or whatever that's going to be giving you, that's a possibility of giving you fruit. I don't know. Only you know. And even you may not know. But you just have to see it. You know, you're going to know eventually, right? And then with the Star card, the Star is you finally looking up to your higher self. Finally looking up to that high. Because higher self is the highest space you see yourself at. You know, the higher version of who you want, of you know, who you see yourself to be, you know, you being that, and you can always be higher. Higher don't stop. Higher is higher, low is lower. You can never go as lower than, you can always go lower than your perception of lower. You can always go higher than your perception of higher, you know. But higher, you see yourself in a higher space, you know, being happy, you know. And then with that 7 again, it's heavy on the message. You giving out a message, or somebody giving you a message. You know, you paying attention and putting a lot of time into that, you know. And then 1 represent individuality. So this is you. This is you giving out the message, you know. This is you giving out the message. You putting a lot of time into giving some kind of message. You know, receiving some kind of message. No, giving some kind of message, because this is 17, it's not 27. But like you holding your happiness in your own hand, like you holding your own, like, you know, outcome, and you just taking time to observe it and witnessing for what it is, you know, and just being happy, you know, being happy. You may feel comfortable about something, you know, because heavy on the purple representing laziness, being relaxed, you know, needy, toned down, you know, but you just in discomfort, you know, appreciating what you have, that's making you happy, you know. But again, this card came out of here, the eight of swords, right? And you see she's looking at herself in the she's looking at herself in the mirror, but she's seeing something totally different, you know. You're putting a lot of time into this negativity. You have the ability to put yourself in this space or in this space. You may be comfortable and seeing the positivity and being happy, or you being comfortable and seeing the negativity and putting a lot of time into seeing the negativity. You know, you're doing some kind of reflection and you're just focusing on the negativity, things that you don't like, you know, but they are illusion that you're creating in your mind. And you see those crows around, either these are representation of people putting those strings around you, keeping you still, and you having that illusion of people being capable of keeping you still when nobody can keep you still, unless nobody can do anything to you that you won't allow them to, you know. Or these people that are trying to help you remove those strings that you put around yourself, you know. So that's what I'm getting. And that's it for your personal reading. I mean, your business reading. I said personal reading. I don't know. I thought I was on the Sagittarius reading, but nope. Come on, more to go. But yeah, that's it for your business reading. Thank you so much for being in my space and allowing me to bring forth this message to you. I hope you gain something. And until next time, stay at peace and balance always. Bye bye.